Okay, we're going to talk about EQ resonance. Whenever we use an equalizer, and particularly, I think filters, shelving filters and high-pass filters, either one, there's a byproduct, I guess you could say. And the more extreme we go in terms of filtering, 12 decibels an octave will be more extreme than 6 decibels an octave. And let me go ahead and show you that real quick. I didn't really prepare for that, but it's important. Look here at Cambridge. This is the blue guy here. I've got a high-pass filter on. And currently it's set to 6 decibels an octave, which is real smooth. That's your standard RC circuit filter thing for you nerdy types. Well, when we start doubling this thing up to a 12 decibel an octave, where you can see we're knocking out a much more extreme case of low end compared to the 6C, we will get resonance after the fact. Now, Cambridge isn't really, it's kind of resonance free, I believe. I guess it depends on what we're using. But anyway, the old school, they're probably doing something digital that makes it work. Well, normally, the old school EQs and filters, digital generally tries to mimic that. They've got techniques, linear phase and things of that sort that can kill it, but this resonance business. But if you default to a high-pass filter, let's say we got our bass here. Listen to my little electronic mumbo jumbo I got going. Now let's just say hypothetically we wanted to kill all the low end in that dumb bass. Well, if we select just a standard high-pass filter in Cubase, we get this bump right here. And so it's not always intuitive for new guys whenever you say, okay, we're going to kill everything above 150 to suddenly get a boost at, I don't know, whatever that is, probably actually 160 or something. We're actually getting a boost at the frequency we thought we'd be high passing. And so let's listen to that. Okay, before and after. All right, nothing. All right, now something. What we're getting there is all that deep stuff is killed for sure, which for a bass we kind of want that, or we want that deep stuff. But we're getting this new, I would say, tubby stuff. And I'm like, well, I didn't want that. All I wanted to do was tame the low end. And so luckily, Cubase has two ways to get around that resonance junk. One is by adjusting what's normally, I guess that's still the Q. I don't know. I think it's the Q. Yeah, I guess so. Anyway, we can actually turn it down. So now it's a smooth thing. We're not going to add any junk. We're just going to take away. So now let's listen. Enormous difference. And what I find is when I'm high-passing stuff, I almost never want that resonance in there. I'm trying to solve one problem, which is, let's say in this case, we're just making this up because this low end's fine, but let's just say we don't want the low end, but never did I say we didn't have enough, whatever, 180 hertz. Let's add that too. And so that's kind of a cost-benefit type of deal with some of these older style EQs. And Cubase has another feature, which you can just go to high-pass mode 1, and then you bypass it altogether, and Q just doesn't work. And that's what I always prefer to work in. It works the exact same way with the low-pass filters, and we'll do that now. Now, I'm going to go and crank it up so you can really hear that resonance doing something. And it's a bold, ringing sound. And I really can't think of any of a, like, just solving problems type of situation where, like, oh, I don't like the clickiness of, I don't know, my acoustic guitars. I can't ever think of a reason why I would want that resonance in there for basic problem solving. Now, resonance is used for quite a few things, though, when it comes to creative type stuff. And so I'm going to go to the most creative of all, which is actually a synth patch here I'm messing with. I've tossed a filter on it, and we're going to listen to it before. Let's make sure I don't have any stupid EQ on here. Back to normal is what I want. Okay, I'm happy with that. Now, let's turn on this filter when I got the resonance cranked. Now you're going to hear this thing really getting stupid. Okay, and so now you're hearing it in an extreme case. And you'll also encounter that like in the UAD Moog filter, which is kind of doing the same thing, mimicking a synth filter. In those kind of instances, those definitely can be used for something interesting. And this particular sound wasn't designed to have that, really. But there are uses, I guess, where you would want that real ringy type of sound. So that's kind of the basics of resonance, and just remember that all filters will have it unless specified otherwise. I would always assume, and just be careful and pay attention to what's going on slightly above your high pass filter frequency and slightly below your low pass, and use them for fun too. All right, guys, thanks. Bye.